Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going over a new collection from MAC. This just launched. It is online and available in stores. All I have are the things that you can get in the store. I do not have the things from online. I hate that they do that because I like to see things, I like to play with things, yada yada, and to me, don't you want, isn't the artistry in the store? Put everything in the store. Okay, rant over. Anyway, we are talking about the Fruity Juicy collection from MAC. Let's pick up one of these things. You see this? This right here. And I keep wanting to call it the Juicy Fruity because of Juicy Fruit stick of gum. You know what I mean, but I get things backwards anyway, so what's new? But this is the Fruity Juicy collection and there is a lot to go over, so I'm going to go over everything that I have as well as do a demonstration on this look here towards the end. So if you only want to see that, this is when it starts. Okay, before I start, just so anybody new here, every swatch I show you guys is done in natural light right here behind me, and that way you guys can see it more true to color. But there's a whole lot of face products here from this collection. This is my first complaint about it, other than there being online exclusives. These all look the same. So the packaging on this has these really cute, it's a little much for me, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little much for me, but it is still cute. It's got the flowers and the fruit on there, but all of the face compacts look the same. So I wish that it was done a little bit more let me show you this. I wish the fronts of these compacts were clear with the design on the front so you could see what was going on through the package, but that's me. So first off, the one I'm going to show you is Refined Golden. So this is a permanent one from their collection, a bronzer you can get at any time. So this one is permanent. This is Refined Golden. And I'm going to show you a swatch of that up against the new one, Bayana Bronze. I'm not sure how to say this, but this color is new. This is a beautiful color for deeper skin tones. This is really, really nice. And this is like the typical formula from MAC, so the powder bronzer. They did do a few things that have come out before. So there's a few brushes and these two bronzers have been done before in another collection. So I'm going to show you those. This first one is Delicates. Now, if you are not new to my channel and you have been watching me for a long time, like back when I worked for MAC and all I used was MAC, this bronzer was everything to me. And it originally came out with the Wash and Dry collection, and this is a Studio Sculpt Defining Powder. So this is a little bit more creamy almost. It's like a gelée. I don't know how to describe it, but it's more skin-like, less powdery. But I'm going to show you this up against the last one. Okay, so the new Delicates versus the old Delicates. This is from the Wash and Dry, that collection there. So to me, looking at this, this one looks a little lighter than this one, but I have gone ham. I can almost see the pan in this one, so it could just be a little bit of the oil from your skin in there. And swatch, there are slight difference. So it's not a huge difference, but there is a difference to me when these are swatched. So I just want to keep that in mind. And I'm going to have these swatched on a darker skin tone, so that will be inserted in between. Thank you, Tanya at work. You are amazing. And her skin tone is about an NC 50, I would say. So I just wanted to show you guys what it would look like. The next one we have is Delphic. And again, this is that same Studio Sculpt bronzing formula. But this one right here came out with the Alluring Aquatic collection. And I've always wanted these to be permanent because I think this formula is really, really great. But again, there are subtle differences between these. I feel like the newer one is slightly more warm, slightly more orangey tone than this one. This one is, it's still warm, but just maybe a little bit deeper. And again, you have to keep in mind that I have used the crap out of these. So it could just be oils in there, but I just wanted to point that out. The last thing from the face part of this collection is this right here. This is Oh My Passion, and it's a Pearl Mate face powder. So I was a little confused by this at first, and I honestly thought that these colors were going to be an overspray, but they are not. I have this on as a blush today, but you can use them separately. An eyeshadow brush definitely fits in here, and this is all the way through. So if you want to use these as shadows, they're really great. They are super soft, they have pigmentation to them, and this little bronzer shade in the center is really nice, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it. But again, I swirled it all together, and it is what I have on my cheeks. I'm going to move on to the brushes. These, again, have come out before, and they came out with the Wash and Dry collection. I have both of these previously. So this one right here is the 126, and it says SE for special edition, but it's a split fiber brush. Now, you have probably seen me use this quite a bit on camera. Like, even though I knew you couldn't get the brush, I've used it, and I've had a lot of people ask me about it. This is actually one of my favorite brushes that I have. I love applying powder with it. It's very soft. It has lasted me, gosh, how long? Like 2 years ago this collection came out. But I really like this brush. So if you have wondered about this when I have used it, you need to get it now. So this is what it looks like. It's got the design all down the ferrule, or the handle, not the ferrule. But we have synthetic on one side and then natural hair on the other, and it's very soft. It's not too dense, so if you wanted a lighter application for your bronzer or anything, this would be great. Now, if you want to do what I did and really kind of add in the color and press it into the skin, this is the other one. This is the 125 SE. So again, we have synthetic and natural hair, but the shape of this is really great to contour with, and it really blends very well. So again, this one came out with the Wash and Dry collection as well. But both of these are really, really great brushes. I honestly think they need to be put into the permanent line, but hey, that's just me. I have two of the shadow palettes here. Now, something very interesting happened. So I was playing with these, and I thought that they felt a little softer, a little bit more pigmented. Like, even when I was swatching these on dry arms, they came off really well. Even Tanya was like, dang, and I was like, I know. And I swatched them on my daughter, and she said, those are really soft. This formula has to be different. And I spoke with somebody at a MAC counter, and they said that these are supposed to be some of the best shadows in palettes that have been put out. And just by using this one, I would have to agree, just by touching them, they are amazing. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, a lot of people will get a palette and they have like that shimmery shade in there, like a luster or a frost, and they're like, oh, I don't like this shadow. It's patchy, it's not as pigmented, yada, yada. MAC is a brand that has several different formulas: mattes, satin, Velux Pearl, frost, luster, all of these different sheens to them. Now, what you have to keep in mind is you might not like the shimmery shade, so that doesn't mean that MAC shadows are bad or that the palette is bad because it has that one shade in there. Honestly, they just have so many different formulas. That to me just says you don't like luster. There's nothing wrong with that, but MAC does have so many different formulas, whereas most brands either have like a matte and a shimmer, or just, you know, they just have like one or two. I wanted to throw that in there because I have heard that a lot. But keep in mind, this feels so good. So this is the one that I have on my eyes right now. This is Fruit La La. This is beautiful. All of these worked really well. The only one I did not use is this bright pink shade right here, but every other shade I have on my eyes, they did not blend together. They weren't patchy. They were pigmented. They were really, really nice. So I cannot complain about them. And the next palette I have is Love in the Glaze. Now, I have not played with this one, so I can't like give you a testament, but it does feel just as good as the last one. And the shades are absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to name off the shades. I'm going to give you guys swatches, but neither one of these palettes have a permanent shade in there. And I do believe the one that is online does have like 2 shades that are permanent in it. Luster Drops. Okay, MAC got rid of these way too soon. They were ahead of the game when it came to highlighters and liquid highlighters, but the problem was they were ahead of the game, and then nobody played with them because they didn't know about them, because back in the day, MAC was not about that social media life, and now they have come back out with these. So they discontinued them, and then these two right here, I don't know if these are previous shades or they're brand new, but they used to have these in the collection and they were absolutely stunning, and they've come out with them a few times in limited life collection. So they were in the permanent range, now they've come out with them a few times. So this is, I have Sun Rush, and this is what I have on my cheeks right now. If you're any lighter than me, NC20, I wouldn't even try other than mixing it in with your foundation. So it's great to mix, but I would not wear it by itself if you are lighter than me. And that goes for this one as well. This one would be so pretty though, mixed in with like a liquid bronzer. This is Bronze Hero. They are gorgeous, and I have these swatched on lighter and darker skin tones, and then I also kind of rubbed it in so you guys could see how it looked blended into the skin. Now we have our lip products, and the first one is Calm Heat. This is a matte finish. This is what I have on my lips right now with a gloss over top of it. It is a little too light to wear by itself, but it's nude. It's real nude. I'm gonna just show you. It's nude, but it's pretty though. And then we've got Shy Girl. This one is a cream sheen, and this one has a little bit more of that peachy tone. I love peachy nudes. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I dropped this one. It made me so sad. This is Love at First Bite, and this is an amplified. Let's just put this here. That is gorgeous for the springtime. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the last one is CC Me, and this is a satin lipstick. And that color right there. And then we have 4 lip glosses, and these kind of correlate with the lipstick, which is really nice. So the first one is the nude right here. Did I say these are all cream sheen glass? This is a Summer Succulent, so very nude, almost see-through. And then we have Cha Cha Cha. This is what I have on top of that matte lipstick, a beautiful peachy pink shade. And then we have got Shake, 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 this orangey shade here. And then the last one is La Salsa. That is such a cute name. I love how like tropical this is and like cha-cha-cha. It's so cute. And then the very last thing is something I think is going to sell out like the quickest, because we all love MAC Fix Plus Scented. Who doesn't? So this one, obviously I just said what it is, and this is in Coconut. Coconut, I gotta spray it. Oh, it's like summer in a bottle. Oh, it feels so good too. Get you one. All right, that's everything I have. Let's go on to the tutorial. I'm gonna start off using Delicates and the 125. I'm just gonna stamp this on. I love how soft this brush is. Oh, I forgot how pigmented this comes off. We're going to blend that out. It's okay. The color is really good. Then I'm going to take Oh My Passion and the 126. I'm going to attempt to see if I can use this as a blush. I'm just going to swirl this all around, tap off the excess, and go on the cheeks. Oh yeah, that's a cute blush. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Sicily powder and my La Mer powder brush and buff over everything, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can use those luster drops as a highlight. I'm gonna take the lighter of the 2 luster drops in Sun Rush. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. Does anyone else think of like that paint like for fabric with these? That's just all I can think about. Like the puffy paint or whatever it was. I'm gonna get this on my beauty blender, work it into that, and then go on the cheeks. Oh yeah, I can totally use this. MAC 217, and I'm gonna go in with Soleil So Lovely. And I'm gonna use this as a transition shade. This is a really pretty nice gray tone, and I'm having no trouble blending that out. Switching to a smaller brush at MAC 221 and Cardinal Charm. Do you see how easily that just went on? Good job, MAC. Holy crap. So I'm gonna go straight into the crease with this, and then I'm gonna slowly blend this upward. I think I might do some kind of like semi-cut crease today. I don't know. but I'm very pleasantly surprised with this. It looks really good. I'm gonna go back in with that gray tone on my MAC 217. I just wanna blend out the edges of this because I didn't apply that much of the gray. So I want it to be a little bit deeper just so that it matches the deepness of the crease and it's not like dark and then just light. Same brush, now going in with Cocktail Black. I'm gonna put this on the outer V. Do you see, like, I'm using a fluffy brush and how pigmented this is? It's just going on so well. 242 and Glamour Light, and I'm gonna tap this on the inner half all the way into the inner corner. And then I'm gonna adjust these shades because I don't want to lose them by putting this little white shade over top. But I'm just gonna set this down and then go back and touch up the other ones. I'm gonna touch up the darkest shade first. Just tap in a little bit over that. And I'm gonna go back in with that crease shade. MAC 219 and Ariba. Now this one is a frost, so you have to be careful with it. Make sure you tap off the excess before you start blending it underneath the eye. I'm gonna go in with the MAC 283. I'm gonna add a little bit of those luster drops I used as a highlight. I'm gonna put it on my inner corner. And this brush is still available, so I think it's limited, but I love this brush. Now I'm gonna stamp a little bit of Cocktail Black with a MAC 263 right at the lash line, and I'm gonna put mascara on and be done. So I really wanted to see just how light this color was. This is Calm Heat, the matte lipstick, the lightest shade. It's pretty light, so we're gonna pop this gloss on top. This is Cha Cha Cha. I'm just gonna put this right on top, and I have no lip liner or anything, so let's see. Okay, so still pretty light, but this is doable. This is kind of pretty. I'm kind of feeling this. Anywho, that is it for the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if you grabbed any of this collection, planning on it, what your thoughts are, what your favorite pieces are, yada yada. Just leave it down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!